It's the first qualifying session Formula One has seen on a Friday since 2003. Welcome along to this experimental weekend here at Silverstone. Russell makes his way out of club now, final corner from 16th, goes up to 8th and ahead of Carlos Sainz, who, as I said, is motoring. Giovinazzi has out-qualified Kimi Raikkonen as a teammate at Silverstone on all 3 appearances previously, goes 6th fastest. Mick Schumacher stays in the bottom 5, only 18th. Sebastian Vettel rides the curbs well, goes 5th fastest, and that should see him through to Q2 as well, as Esteban Ocon now makes his way round the final corner, and he jumps to 3rd fastest, pushing Kimi Raikkonen into the bottom 5. Tsunoda now the driver at risk, as Lance Stroll goes ahead of him, pushes the AlphaTauri down into the bottom 5. Perez goes 2nd fastest. What a lap that was from him. Sainz 4th fastest overall, and looking now to Yuki Tsunoda's personal best through the middle sector, as Ricciardo goes 5th fastest and safely into Q2. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda now, and he stays in that bottom 5 as Hamilton goes 2nd fastest with his final flying lap in this qualifying 1 session.
A few people under pressure. Tsunoda's lap was never going to be good enough. Stroll just squeezing in to Q2 there in P15.
2 very good sectors by Hamilton, who goes quickest overall with a 1:26.0, nearly half a second clear of Max Verstappen. Sainz goes 4th fastest. You can hear what the British fans think of Hamilton's time as he crosses the line. Big cheer coming up from them, as Gasly only 10th fastest for Pierre Gasly, so he is at risk of not making Q3 here, as Leclerc goes 5th quickest. Now Russell and Alonso and Stroll and Giovinazzi all out on the track trying to displace Pierre Gasly from the top 10. Stroll crosses the line and he can't make it into the top 10, only 15th for him. Lando Norris is through, 9th fastest. Esteban Ocon comes next and he stays 11th fastest. What about his teammate Fernando Alonso? Next across the line, Alonso goes 10th, pushes Gasly out of Q3 for the 2nd time in 13 races, and Russell is through. And that gets the biggest cheer of the afternoon so far. Forget Mr. Saturday, George Russell's got the Friday feeling.
That's the lap, P7, nice work.
Come on, are we through?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Come on, yes boys. Oh yes, all right.
Nice work. Minus 1, minus 2 now. Dash. Minus 1, minus 2.
Q3 now. Yeah, don't worry boys, I got it.
What a lap it was from Lewis Hamilton as well, a lap that Max Verstappen could not match.
It's a 27.3 for Lewis Hamilton. It's a 27.4 for Max Verstappen.
Yeah, so Max needs to get it together in the middle sector where he's tended to be very good, because Lewis Hamilton is absolutely flying again.
Picking up time in the middle sector, Perez 4 tenths ahead of Carlos Sainz, 3 tenths up on Sebastian Vettel, and matching his time in the middle sector, Charles Leclerc for Ferrari. What of then Hamilton, Verstappen and Bottas as they reach the end of the middle sector? Sainz has got a 1:27.6 throughout. Bottas does a 35.1 in the middle part of the lap. Hamilton is a 1/10 of a second quicker in the middle part of the lap, and Max Verstappen picks up 2 tenths on Lewis Hamilton. Game on as we enter the final third, as Ricciardo goes 2nd fastest ahead of Charles Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel and Carlos Sainz. Lando Norris now goes 2nd fastest in this final part of qualifying. 6 minutes to go as Bottas with a 1:26.5, the man who was on pole last time we came into Silverstone, is quickest, but not for long. Hamilton beats him and Verstappen into 2nd place.
Yeah.
And the British crowd like that one. He's coming.
Hello.
He's coming. Here he is.
Yes.
And it is 7th fastest.
Look at that, under 27 flat. This crowd know their lap times.
Hamilton provisionally with the fastest time so far. Bottas with a 27.4 for the first sector. Hamilton's beaten that with a 27.2.
Okay, advantage Lewis Hamilton, and that's a cracking first lap. Can Max Verstappen find any grip right at the end? That was a little bit wide through Luffield there for Lewis.
We can see Max Verstappen riding on board with him now as he makes his way round the loop and onto the Wellington Straight. Hamilton further down the road, that 27.2 giving him the advantage through the first sector of this lap. Hamilton gets, Verstappen gets to the end of the first sector, 2 tenths down on Lewis Hamilton. This could be a very fine Friday for the defending champion and home hero British driver Lewis Hamilton, a 34.8 in the middle sector.
Yeah, his personal best as well. well. Lewis is really turning it on here for this sprint qualifying session. He is going for, a lot of oversteer there in Vale.
It looks spectacular. It probably lost him time. Hamilton gets to the line and can't improve. It cost him in that final sector. So Verstappen still has the chance here, and he's only a few hundredths of a second down. Bottas has crossed the line, third fastest ahead of Perez, Norris, Ricciardo, Russell seventh fastest ahead of Leclerc. As Sainz goes ahead of Leclerc now, as Verstappen makes his way to the Vale chicane. Now, we said before the tyres weren't hanging on towards the end of the lap. Has he, second time round, made it count and saved a bit of performance? Crosses the line. It's second for Verstappen. Hamilton, as you can hear from the cheers, fastest in qualifying on this Friday night at Silverstone, where it is definitely hammer time tonight.
And Perez has gone fourth, but will now lose that time for track limits at Stowe.
Get in there, Lewis! It's the first one that counted.
Get in there!
That's a bit more like it, isn't it?
Cracking job, guys.
And you, mate, and you.
On the soft tyre, Hamilton got it together. We might not see those soft tyres for the rest of the weekend now. Sprint to come, and then the race on Sunday. What will the sprint serve up over 17 laps, where Hamilton and Verstappen will start together on the front row?